The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Jones.
Give me some.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Open man has got it. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Mike 54. Yeah. Showing up. 8.
20.
This is Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
54. Mike 54. Hey, pick your game up. Check 3.
20.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
54's Mike.
From the red zone now, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Antonio Brown. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. We're scoreless after 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Back to throw. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch the slant.
Throwing again. Newton. It's caught by Mike Evans. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Newton now to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Gun.
Now it's Newton. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
8%, 388, 54, Mike, 54. Gun. Kill. Right there. Great. 54, Mike. Watch the pass.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready. Ready. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
SOS, SOS.
8, 8.
SOS, SOS, SOS.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Big edge, big edge, big edge.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Crunch time, defense. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Great.
On third down, here's Jones. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now it's Wilson, and this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Play action. It's Newton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Hey, 50, Mike.
Third and long. It's Newton. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing is Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. This is first and goal from about the 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Alert. Oh, here we go. Oh. 45 the mic. 45 the mic.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, it's brought in by Harris. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Antonio Brown on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here from their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Logan. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Bound to lose one. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the run. They're running it.
20.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
To throw on 3rd down, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to swear you up. Don't get nervous.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 45. Watch it. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, look.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he comes back with 1 complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
14.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Mike 45.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Play action. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Wilson. Well, he's going to go for it all. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Julio Jones. 53 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Logan. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Gun. Slam. Gun.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Logan. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
6-man.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Smith drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin. 45 yards, and the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. This complete to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. This is Harris. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or 2, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride, too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And, Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do